Hi, my name is Tulip, and I have had anger issues since I was 3 years old. Please like and subscribe. I think it all started the day my father left us. He hated family life and he just took off. I was so mad at him, and since he wasn't around, I took it out on everyone else. One time, a lady in the supermarket pushed my mom to cut in line, so I ran up to her and bit her. Tulip, you can't just bite people. She pushed you, Mommy. You have to use your words, sweetie. It was really hard for me. I felt like everything in my life made me mad, except for my mom. I spent all my free time with her, helping her with her job as a gardener. Mom took care of a huge yard owned by a billionaire. He was so rich that he let us live in a 2-bedroom outhouse in his estate. Life was good when I was there, until Evan, my worst enemy, would show up. Evan was the boss's son, and he was a total idiot. He and his friends ran around like crazy in the garden, stomping on all the freshly planted flowers. Are you crazy? You're crushing the plants. The ground is for walking on. Do you have any idea how hard it was to grow those? He reached down and plucked another flower. You mean this? Ah! I jumped on Evan and wrestled him by the collar. We both rolled around in the dirt until my mom showed up and pulled us apart. Tulip, you should never fight with that boy. You have to apologize. I'm not apologizing to him. He destroyed our hard work. They're his flowers to destroy. This is his house. If you don't apologize, he could tell his dad and I could get fired. Why was life so unfair? I made myself march up to that brat and forced out a sorry. He gave me a smirk. I'll accept your apology, Red. Red? Because your face gets all red when you're angry, like right now. My name is Tulip. Okay, Red. Ugh, he was so annoying. I really wanted to control my anger, but one day I just broke. I returned home from school to find the entire front lawn totally ripped up. I picked up some mud in my hands and marched into his house with actual steam coming out of my ears. The second I found Evan, I threw the mud at his face. Then I started yelling, and I didn't stop until he literally put his hand on my mouth. I didn't rip out the lawn, you idiot. We played a football match. Wait, what? That's when I noticed a huge group of boys sitting behind him, all sweaty and dirty. I'm so sorry. I was so embarrassed. I just ran out of there. Red, wait! I didn't dare turn back. I couldn't believe so many people saw me having a total meltdown. I was so scared that Evan would get my mom fired for what I did. I just had to avoid him at all times. I started spending all my afternoons in the public library. And that was where I first met Theo. I think he was the most amazing guy I knew. He walked in and gave the librarian a fresh bouquet of flowers. So sweet. He always helped little kids get their books down from the shelves, and he helped the staff clean up even though they asked him not to. I'd never met anyone like him, and I had to talk to him. The only problem was he was obviously rich, and I was not. One look at his fancy coat and his expensive watch, and I knew I had to lie about myself. My parents are rich, very rich. They sell diamonds. Wow, diamonds? That's so exciting. Yes, they're the best rocks. I think I really liked Theo because I lied to him a lot. If he was into anime, so was I. If he liked mint chocolate ice cream, I'd force myself to have some. I even started dressing up for him a little bit. Most importantly, I had to be calm and collected around him. He was the gentlest person I had ever met. If he saw the real me, he would hate me. My act was working, and Theo and I started hanging out a lot. It all went to pieces, though, when one day I went to Evan's mansion to collect my mom's paycheck. When I reached the living room, I nearly fell over. Theo was there. He was hugging Evan. What the heck was going on? Before I could run out of there, Evan yelled, "Hey, Red, come and meet my big brother." No way. Big brother? Tulip? What are you doing here? Theo, Do you know each other? Yes. I told you about my friend from the library, right? The one who has a diamond mine? That's her. Evan's jaw was on the floor. Diamond mine? Oh no. I wanted to throw up. I need to go home. Bye now. Evan, come with me. I dragged him out with me, and he was laughing hysterically. Diamond mine? Diamond mine? You'd better not torture me. Why did you lie to Theo? Is he the person you've been meeting all these days? Is he the one you've been dressing up for? Wait, do you have a crush on my brother? Stop guessing everything.
So you do? Wow.
He's your brother? But I've never seen him here. Evan told me how his parents got divorced and they were forced to choose between them. Evan chose his dad and Theo chose his mom.
Mom didn't allow us to meet here, so we only met outside. That's why you never saw him. Now my mom's broke, so he has to move in with us.
He's going to know I lied. I can't hide.
Sure you can. This place is huge. If I help you, he won't find you.
Really? You want to help me?
Yes, for a payment.
What do you want? He wanted a lot. He made me get him fresh juice every morning and walk him to his fancy school. In the afternoons, he made me do half his homework, play games with him, and he even made me go shopping with him. I had to sit there while he tried on 100 outfits and give my opinion on each one. In return, Evan hid me from Theo carefully. He distracted him if he tried to go into the gardens while I was working. If I went out with Theo, Evan would meet me afterwards to help sneak me into the compound. One time, Evan was helping me get over the wall, and I slipped. I fell and landed with a soft thump right into Evan's arms. I was just about to get off when Theo showed up out of nowhere.
Evan, Tulip, what are you doing?
I instantly jumped out of Evan's arms and made up an excuse for being here. Theo did not look happy.
I'll drop you home, Tulip. Come on.
Oh no, I can go home by myself.
You can't walk home alone. It's late. I'll take her, bro. Don't worry.
Evan slapped him on the back and pulled me away. We waited for the right moment, and he sneaked me into the house. Phew, that was close. I was about to shut the door when I heard Theo's voice.
Evan, we need to talk about Tulip. Yeah. What about her? Do you like her? You guys are together all the time. You were carrying her today. She just fell. Nothing's going on between us. Good, because I like her. I want to ask her out.
Oh my God, he wanted to date me? I was gonna faint.
You can date her. I don't care. Then stop hanging out with her all the time. Don't tell me what I should do. She's my friend. Well, she's gonna be my girlfriend, so I'm more important. Just back off.
They stormed away, and I let out a guilty sigh. I didn't want to make two brothers fight. The next day, Evan called me out for a new set of tasks to do all day. I put my foot down. We can't hang out like this anymore. I don't want Theo to think there's something between us.
You like him that much that you don't even want to see me? Why? What's so great about that jerk?
He's kind and sweet, and he's not making fun of me all the time. He calls me Tulip, not some stupid nickname.
At least I know everything about you and accept you as you are.
Accept me? You forced me to be your maid.
I just want to hang out with you, you idiot.
Why are we fighting? It's not like you like me.
Maybe I do.
I literally froze. What did he just say?
I'm happy when you're around. I laugh when you laugh. I'm sad when you're sad. I think about you all the time. That's gotta mean I like you.
Before I could reply, Theo appeared out of nowhere.
Did you just tell Tulip you like her after I told you I wanted to be with her? You jerk!
He jumped on Evan, and they started wrestling on the ground. I had to use all my strength to pull them apart. Stop it, both of you!
Tulip, I like you more. I want you to date me, not Evan.
Oh my God, this was not how I had pictured this moment. I wanted to say yes to Theo so badly. Instead, I blurted out the truth. Theo, I lied to you. I don't watch anime. I think mint chocolate ice cream tastes like toothpaste, and I don't have a diamond mine.
You what?
My mom is a gardener. She works here for your dad. We live in your outhouse.
No way.
Evan's been helping me keep it a secret. I know it's dumb that I lied, but I really liked you. I still want to go out with you, but I can't lie anymore.
So, you're poor. You're a servant. So what? She's still a nice person and a good friend. She's a liar. She acted like she was a princess. I can't believe I ever liked you. Don't talk to her like that.
This time, Evan attacked Theo. They started wrestling again, but I didn't care. The first guy I ever liked hated me. I ran home and locked myself in my room. I felt so stupid. Evan tried to get me to come out, but I ignored his calls and his frequent knocks. I just laid in bed for days and didn't even help my mom with gardening. For the first time in my life, I didn't even feel angry. I was just sad. Things didn't change until November came. This was the month my mom planted her favorite flowers, tulips. I had to help her. I forced myself out of bed and went to the garden, only to see something shocking. Mom was already planting the tulips, and Evan was helping her. He was digging and putting in the buds so gently. What are you doing?
You seemed busy, so I thought I'd give this a try. Want to help?
I sat down next to him and started digging.
You were right, Red. Growing plants is tough. Sorry I gave you such a hard time about it all these years.
That's okay. You weren't so bad. He had some mud on his face, and I wiped it off. He grabbed my hand before I could pull it away.
I'm really sorry about what happened with Theo.
You don't need to be. It's my fault for lying to him. I just wanted to be the perfect girl.
You are perfect. You care about people. You're the funniest person I've ever met. He's an idiot if he doesn't see that.
I don't want him to see me anymore. Like you said, he never liked me for me. You did. He turned red and let go of my hand. I felt a strange urge, and I leaned forward and gave him a kiss on his cheek.
What was that for?
I just wanted to see what it would be like.
Then you should at least give me a proper kiss.
He pulled me in and kissed me right on the lips. Oh, it was so amazing. When he pulled away, I was actually dizzy.
I know you just got done with Theo, but I'd love to take you out for real.
I'd love to go out with you too.
Your face is red like a tomato.
It's your fault for kissing me.
Okay, I won't do it again.
Shut up. I pulled him back to me and gave him a long, passionate kiss.
Hi, I'm Adele. Before you listen to my story, please click like and subscribe. As I lived in an orphanage, my biggest dream was to have a family. But that wasn't easy, especially with me being different. Yep, I looked cute and delicate on the outside, but physically, I was a real strong girl. One day when I was 3, the warden called me to her room to meet the couple who wanted to adopt me. I was so happy when my potential dad came forward to shake hands. But suddenly, he yelled out that I was crushing his bones. Oh no, what did I do? I dropped his hand instantly and ran off. Needless to say, they didn't adopt me. Another time, it came so close. The couple was about to sign the papers. Just then, a girl threw a ball at me. I caught it and threw it back at her, but it went flying straight into my future mom's face. Ouch! This way, I kept ruining my own adoption chances for years. When I was 10, I sadly watched 2 of my roommates getting adopted, and one of them said to me, "I know you want a family too. There's one thing you can do for it. Try not being yourself when that day comes. You know what I mean." She was right. If my extreme strength was the only thing stopping me from getting a family, I had to hide it inside. Then one day, another couple arrived, and they seemed just perfect. I crossed my hands behind my back, determined not to mess up this time. To my great surprise, they walked up to me and picked me. Yippee! I'd finally found a family. And surprisingly, they already had a daughter my age. Polly looked delighted to see me and immediately hugged me tight. But the second my parents left, she pushed me away. Ew, get off, you orphan. Don't spoil my Gucci dress. Ugh, you probably don't even know what Gucci is. Who knows what kind of slum you were born in? I stood in shock, but then I saw a bee buzzing near Polly's neck. I pushed her away with force, and she just flew. I tried to hold her and stop her, but I accidentally tore her shirt. Ugh! How dare you, you moron! I'm gonna kick your butt back to your rat hole now. What? No, I didn't want to go back. I told her about my real strength, apologized, and requested her not to say anything to her parents. And she agreed, but on one condition. I had to do whatever she said. I decided to go by that. Soon, I got enrolled in Polly's school, and when the teacher asked who the new student was, I stood up to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Polly's maid, Polly's maid. Excuse me? No, I think you're mistaken. I'm no maid, Then I saw Polly looking at me with wicked eyes. I pursed my lips and sat down. Later, when I was having lunch in the cafeteria, she came with a bunch of girls and asked me to get up. Why? You want to sit here? I don't mind. You guys can all join me. They all laughed. Nonsense. Who'd want to sit with a garbage bag for lunch? I just came to tell you to clean my lunchbox. Come on, hurry up. And she threw her lunchbox at me. Ugh, I had to teach this dumbhead a lesson. That night when she was sleeping, I lifted one side of her bed with my hands and dropped it down so hard. She screamed like some kid in a horror movie. It was hilarious. But she just kept torturing me. The only thing she couldn't ruin was my studies. Yeah, I was so good at it. By the time I was in 11th grade, the teacher announced that I was getting an international university scholarship to study in China.
I'm so proud of you, Adele. I really wonder how Polly could be your sister.
The class cracked up, and I knew that made Polly grow even madder. On our graduation day, I was waiting off stage, getting ready to make my speech. Just then, Polly popped up and whispered, "Hey, Adele, my friend said the day is boring, so let's make your speech fun. I'll teach you. Just say, 'I'm Adele. I'm in love with the basketball captain. Thanks,' and get lost. Nothing else. Got it?" What? No way. I can't do that. Oh, really? Too bad. I thought you wanted a family. Ugh, fine. And I went up, but I said something that shook her. Hi, I'm Polly's sister, and I'm gonna say something on her behalf now. Polly has a crush on the school head girl, and she said she won't live without her. So guys, let's all join hands in uniting these lovebirds. The whole auditorium echoed with laughter. I was told to immediately leave the stage, but the satisfaction I got out of it was priceless. I went home that evening expecting her to burst out, but to my shock, she had locked herself up in her room and wouldn't open it. I asked my parents, but they had no idea. The next morning at breakfast, all my parents were talking about was my scholarship and how they were going to miss me.
Oh, honey, I'm just so happy we adopted you. We're so proud.
Oh, really? Now you're proud of her? Then why did you throw her away like garbage when she was born? And why didn't you tell me she was my frickin' twin sister? Anyway, send her back. I don't want her. Wait, what? Did she just say I'm her twin? I couldn't believe it. But then she threw a paper on my face. It was my birth certificate, and my adopted parents' names were there, which meant they're my real family? I flipped the dining table up angrily, and they all looked ghost-struck. Why? Why did you give up on me? Do you know how much I suffered all my life? Everyone called me a dumb orphan when I'm really not one. Now I think I was better as an orphan. God, it sucks to be standing here. I'm not putting up with your devil daughter or your lying faces anymore. I'm out of here forever.
Adele, please, listen. It's true, you are our real daughter, but we just... Sweetie, we weren't financially stable then to raise twins, so we had to give one up. But now that we're rich enough for the two of you, we took you back. We're sorry.
But I wasn't having it. How could they even do that to me? And Polly? She'd been the worst twin sister anyone could get. Thankfully, I had my scholarship, and I just flew away to China as fast as I could. There, I stayed in the hostel on the college campus. Adapting to a new place was a bit difficult at first. The food, the people, everything was different. But college started off on a good note. All the scholarship students were called onto the stage on the first day and appreciated by everyone. Soon we had our freshers party, and my roommates took me shopping to get some cool dresses. As I was trying on a dress, a girl with glasses barged in. I immediately covered myself and yelled at her. "Jeez, are you out of your mind? Where are your manners? You should..." Shush, please. I'm sorry. I'm just hiding from someone. Ugh, my mom. She wants me to wear this ridiculous dress with antique frills and lace for my freshers party. I stood confused, but then her mom suddenly opened the door too. God!
Oh dear, I heard you. You're still my little kitty playing peekaboo. Come on, let's try out this dress now.
Ugh, I got mad at both of them. I quickly put on my dress and kicked the door open. But gosh, it broke open and flew off. I ran out. Later, I got to know the girl with the glasses was Fen, my classmate. I bumped into her at the freshers' party again, and she freaked out seeing me.
Oh God, you? I'm sorry.
Please don't hurt me the way that you kicked down that door. And she literally knelt down with tears. Hey, stop. I don't want anyone knowing about that, all right? Can you keep this a secret? I will. I'll do anything. And I'm sorry for my mom again. She's just... you won't understand, because your mom's probably not that type. Let's not talk about that. And hey, looks like you aren't wearing the frills and lace dress. We laughed, talked, danced, and had so much fun. Then she invited me over to her house for dinner. And honestly, I loved her mom. She was so nice and attentive. One day when we were at the cafeteria, Fen's mom ran inside like crazy, shouting both our names. Fen shrieked and dragged her mom outside. I ran after her, shouting, "Hey, Fen, stop! Don't drive her away or I'm gonna kick you now." They both stopped and stared at me. She's your mom. Not everyone is lucky enough to have one all their life. Please, don't shoo away her love. Her mom burst into tears and hugged me. She'd brought lunch for me too, and promised she'd bring it every day. Days passed. I got letters and phone calls from my real parents sometimes, but I totally ignored them and focused on my studies. One day, as I was going to class, I saw Fen on the ground. She was standing with folded hands in front of two boys who were swinging her glasses in the air. What were they doing to her? I ran fast to them and yelled, "Hey, you! What do you want from my friend?"
Friend? That's so funny. Mom always says that weirdos stick together.
"Oh, we do, Mama's boy." Saying that, I took Fen's hand and started walking away. It got on the boys' nerves. They held my bag and pulled me back. I was fuming already. I just slapped him, breaking at least 2 of his teeth. Fen was so happy. She hugged me tight and took me home that evening, telling her mom about all that had happened.
Oh, Adele, how can I thank you?
You know, Fen's been bullied a lot.
Since her school days, there was never a day she came back home without tears. But now, she comes home every day and talks happily about you.
That's not a big deal, Auntie. All she needs is some support to stand up. You're making me feel like I'm her big sister. That's why I brought you here today, Adele. I told my mom about you, and she wanted to give you something you deserve, a family. Would you mind being a part of us forever? Oh, are you guys saying this for real? I mean, this is a very big decision. You don't have to do this, because I don't want to be a burden. And after all I've been through, I'm far from trusting people, you know. But Fen and her mom were sure of what they were saying. They asked me to take as much time as I wanted to think about it. I thanked them and left for my room. That night, I couldn't help but think about my real family. I still had my mom's number, and I called